Hey everyone, John Falstrom here. It's June 10, 2017, and I'm here at EADG4 headquarters in the south suburbs of Chicago. And today I've been focusing on double octaves modes. So far I've done the minor scale and the mixolydian mode. Now I think I'm gonna do one more today. Today I'll be back. The Dorian mode is huge. Again, don't be afraid of these mode names if you don't know them. It's just is like major or minor. You know, it's just, it blends in. So the Dorian mode is a huge mode, and I'm gonna play it. It's like the minor scale but with a major six. So I'm gonna play. My examples today are on G. So here's the G Dorian mode. This is how I play it. So it's 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, 1, 3, 4. It's root 2, flat 3 for your notes. Now you go to your first finger, third finger. Now here's where your little. This is probably the one, that little bump. You got to bump back a little bit, a half step. Start on the third fret, bump back to the second, and just finish it out. Okay, it's a root 2, flat 3, 4, 5. That's a major 6. It's got a major 6 in it. Flat 7 and an 8. So it's just like the minor scale, but instead of a flat 6, it's got a major 6. Now, again, why does it have a major 6? Why? And why do I want to play this? I'll tell you why. Modal system, like I said, right now I'm playing a G Dorian. Dorian is the second mode in order. So I would be in the key of F major right now. Because G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, and G, those notes fit in one major key, the key of F. F, G, A, B, there's your B flat, C, D, E, F. So we got one flat in G Dorian, which is B flat. So it has to be the key of F major or D minor. We're going to just stay with the major keys out. You got to look at your notes. It's got to belong to some key. So the reason, and we play this, the Dorian has that major 6 because we play this on the 2 chord in F. It's all in my book. I've explained the modal system. I'm just getting more, I'm attacking it at all angles, different angles to get this through. So we're in the key of F. That's why it's like, I always ask, remember I learned the modes by myself, by bumping into jazz. I would be doing the real book, looking at these chord changes, not getting it. So I knew something was going on. I figured out better with that modal system I've been trying to learn. I never got taught it. I never learned it in school, and I got a BA in music theory, and it just didn't happen. Modal system is a hard thing to explain, especially to play it on your instrument and play it right. And why? The Dorian is played on the 2 chord in a major key. That's why it has the major 6, to stay in the key of F. See, we want to stay in the key of F. And E is in the key of F. That's why. That's why the circle of fifths was created. That's why F has one flat, to stay in the key. There's a reason for that. You can't, if you're ignoring the circle of fifths, you cannot, because everything ends there. Everything gets explained if you respect and realize that that's where it all comes from. The circle of fifths. Get to know it. It's in my book. Again, all the stuff's in my book. Get to know that circle of fifths, and if you think it's not important, think again. So that's why I play Dorian mode. Now let's play. We're gonna go horizontally today. I'm taking up these instead of doing these are usually the traditional finger patterns going horizontally across. I'm gonna go up to 1 octave. I'm gonna play the same notes going horizontally. So I'm gonna go boom, boom, like that. Okay. Here. That's a D, that's a 5th. Now I'm going to go to my major 6, I'm going to go up a whole step to an E. Instead of playing it here, I'm going to play it here. F and G. So let's do that again. Root 2, flat 3, 4, 5, major 6, flat 7, 8, or root again. G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, G. Now let's finish the double octave. So from here you go here, keep your little finger here on the G, the root. We go to the major 2nd, which is an A. I'm sorry. Yep, and the B flat here. Okay, with your middle finger. Now watch this move. Whole step. And finish it. flat 3, 4, 5, major 6, flat 7, 8. And right down the horn. A little sloppy there, hold on. G, G, G. A, B flat, B flat. See that? C, C, D, D, E, E, F, F, G, G. There it is. Missed that one. Dorian mode. Again, you play it, you memorize it, and then pretty soon you're playing a G Dorian. You're just kind of, and then you already. It's so easy to jump, get different variety, different tones, different ideas. All right, that's a G Dorian double octave. One more time. One more for the road. Alright, Dorian is so important because in blues, again, we're going to talk to blues, the Dorian mode, if we're in the key of G blues, the reason why guitar players use that minor pentatonic scale a lot to solo throughout the whole song, because the minor pentatonic scale is just inside the Dorian. All those notes are in the Dorian mode. Here's the Dorian mode. Here's the minor pentatonic. So what you do is you leave out the second and the major 6, because usually a lot of times they don't know why they're there to begin with anyway. So you just, this is generic. You can play it anywhere, and you just stay. What happens is during a blues song, the bass player's job is to follow the roots of the chords. Where a guitar player, if you do a solo, they're going to stay on a G minor pentatonic scale the whole time. They're not going to switch. They're just going to keep riffing on that thing. And what happens is why it sounds different is because of the chord changes. The harmony behind that minor pentatonic makes it sound different. So if you really want to play the blues even more variety, you play the Dorian mode instead of the minor pentatonic, because it's from the Dorian mode anyways. It's a shell of the Dorian mode. So if you're playing blues and you're a bass player, you can play the Dorian mode. If we're in the key of G blues, you could use the Dorian mode because it's got both blue notes, the B flat, the flat third, and the flat 7. Plus it gives you the other notes, a major 6 and a major 2nd. So I would play that Dorian mode on the 1 chord. Now it's up to you as a bass player. If you go to a 4 chord, you can just keep playing that G Dorian. If you're going to do like a solo, which what a guitar player or a sax player would do. The horizontal approach it's in my book, but it's very important. Horizontal approach is not the tradition of bass players. Vertical approach is a tradition where we follow the chord changes. So we go to a C chord, we're going to play probably that mixed leading mode. We're talking blues here. We go to the 1 chord, you got a lot of options in blues. You can play the mixed leading mode, like I said, or you can play the Dorian mode. Depends if you want both blue notes, make it more melodic, more riffy. So very important to get that Dorian down. It's used so much in rock and blues, big time. Because of the blue notes. Remember, the blue notes are the flat 3 and flat 7. Doesn't matter what key. Think Dorian on 1 on the key for bass players, mixed Lydian on 1, or combined all 3 modes. It's crazy. I mean, again, it's understanding. You start putting this together. Okay, that double octaves are very important to see the bass up here. Okay, and the notes, note relationship. All right, I'll come back June 10th. And who knows what I'm going to talk about next. See you in a bit. Bye-bye.